Counted amongst the most beautiful and talented actresses to have ruled the world of cinema, Sophia hogged the limelight from the 1950s to the 1970s. Being an illegitimate child, she was subjected to extreme poverty for the first 15 years of her life. Aptly nicknamed Little Stick, she was shy, ugly, and lean as a child. Little did she know that one day she would become a sex symbol in the US and Europe. Actress Sophia Loren was born Sofia Villani Scicolone on September 20, 1934, in Rome, Italy. Although she would go on to be considered one of the most beautiful women in history, Loren's wet nurse remembered her as, quote, "the ugliest child I ever saw in my life," unquote. A quiet and reserved child, Loren grew up in extreme poverty, living with a mother and many other relatives at her grandparents' home, where she shared a bedroom with 8 people. Things got worse when World War II ravaged the already struggling city of Pozzuoli. Nicknamed Little Stick by her classmates for a sickly physique, at the age of 14, Loren blossomed, seemingly overnight, from a frail child into a beautiful and voluptuous woman. In 1950, when she was 15 years old, Loren and her mother set out for Rome to try to make their living as actresses. Loren landed her first role as an extra in the 1951 Mervyn LeRoy film Quo Vadis. She also landed work as a model for various fumetti, Italian publications that resemble comic books but with real photographs instead of illustrations. In 1957, Loren starred in her first Hollywood film, The Pride and the Passion, filmed in Paris and co-starring Cary Grant and Frank Sinatra. At the same time, she became enmeshed in a love triangle when both Grant and an Italian film producer named Carlo Ponti declared their love for her. Although she had a schoolgirl's crush on Grant, Loren ultimately chose Ponti, a man the media joked was twice her age and half her height. Even though they married in 1957, complications regarding the annulment of Ponti's first marriage prevented their union from being officially legally recognized in Italy for another decade. Loren and Ponti's marriage nevertheless remains one of the rare, heartwarming success stories among celebrity relationships. They remained happily married until Ponti's death in 2007. In 1960, Loren turned in the most acclaimed performance of her career in the Italian World War II film Two Women. The film transformed Loren into an international celebrity, winning her the 1961 Academy Award for Best Lead Actress. She was the first actress ever to win the award for a non-English language film. Throughout the 1960s, Loren continued to star in Italian, American, and French films, cementing her status as one of the great international movie stars of her generation. Her most notable 1960s performances include Yesterday, Today, and Tomorrow in 1963, which won the Oscar for Best Foreign Film. Loren moved back to her native Italy during the 1970s and spent most of the decade making highly popular Italian films. She had given birth to 2 sons, and during the 1980s, she backed off her intense filming schedule to spend more time raising her teenage children. Loren also expanded into other business ventures. In 1981, she became the first female celebrity to release her own perfume, following up with a personal eyewear line shortly thereafter. She continues to act and appear frequently in public as one of the film industry's greatest living legends. Some of her more popular and acclaimed later films include Grumpier Old Man in 1995 and 9 in 2009. Loren retains her youthful energy and age-defying hourglass physique. She still can be seen strutting down the red carpet into award shows, looking fabulous in high heels and low-cut dresses that women several decades her junior would be happy to pull off. However, after more than 100 films and 5 decades in the spotlight, Loren remains true to her humble Italian roots. Now a resident of Geneva, Switzerland, Loren continues to see the world as a place full of beauty. Quote, "I always wake up early and jump out of bed, and then I take a walk for an hour. And as I walk round the park, I always think, maybe round the corner, I'm going to find something beautiful. I always think positively. It is very rare that you find me in a mood that is sad or melancholic." Unquote.